When people ask why it took the soul so long to write this poem, I will tell them about you. For us girls, we are taught to take care of our youth and explore its wonders, but all I wonder is how growing old would feel as a female gender, when with each step we take, we are being urged to be careful. Shh. For we are like tender flowers whose bloom could be snatched away and turned asunder, with no defender and no choice but to surrender in a jiffy. So be careful, they would always say. These words became so mysterious to my ears, and now I was so curious. So be careful of what? Be careful of whom, I asked. A question that had turned into a forgotten syllable, or perhaps a certain verse that wouldn't fit anywhere. Time and time and time I asked, but be careful was all I could get back for an answer. So with time, like most girls, I develop an undying timid subconscious within, who so naive thought you would know he will be danger the moment you set your eyes on him. But the story changed over the years as I watched girls being objectified, for no one told them that a danger might turn out to be a nightmare just in a daydream that would undignify and degrade them. For they were just girls that were being betrayed and preyed upon, firstly abused and ridiculed, girls that were only taught to take care of their youth. But what is youth? When you've snatched away their freedom, when you've gripped away their ego, when you've stripped away their graces, when you've stamped on them traces, when you've painted over apartheid while saying you're tongue-tied with white lies. You see everything that I see, yet you turn around and forget all about me. You walk on 2 feet claiming to be human, but don't even know what that means. So when people ask why it took the soul so long to write this poem, I will tell them, with time as I watch girls being objectified, brutalized, sexualized, and with the constant thought of who knows you might be next, watch out for your back, with shallow voice and one hand amid my face, wiping off the cascade of tears, and the order scraping through pages with ink afloat, I wrote this poem and labeled it Hungry Beast, hoping it will reach you. For whoever or whatever you are, these are my sisters, these are women. We are made of skin and bones, veins and nerves, hair and sweat. We are not made of metaphors, if only you knew. You do not owe us war. You do not owe us destruction. You do not owe us chaos. You do not own us. When people ask why I decided to write this poem, I will tell them about the Hungry Beast. For you walk amongst us claiming to be human, and it makes me wonder if you're all really human, or a hungry beast covered in human flesh, with the soul of Phil, the heart of a vulture, and a mind of rupture, lurking in shadows and junctures, pulling around the streets in search of a soul to scull forever, with the egoistic beast in you ready to devour unripe flowers against their willpower, plucking them from their roots, snatching away their bloom, with destruction at your feet and cruelty at your ease. For your laughter causes pain, your presence is rain, your steps annihilates, your pleasure is the beginning of reckoning, and your ecstasy ends a life or scares you till death. Are you human? For the gluttonous beast within you couches in shadows, waiting for the next victim, ready to pounce and feed your leathery soul. So don't blame me when I ask you once again, are you human? For you have turned gentle flowers into thorns, making them wonder if they are really turned, with no future to turn to and no love story to look forward to, making depression a newfound solace. So don't blame me when I ask you, are you human? For what was the crime of a blooming flower? Was a crime being born a female, or crossing paths with your demons? For you stepped on a flower just so you could quench your thirst.